Yes. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? My peeps. How's it going, you sexy bitches? Peter Joseph here for a late Thursday night video right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below in my pants. You know where it is. Down in the description box below. On this channel, which is almost at 600 subscribers. Hopefully we can get over that hump by Memorial Day. We'll see what happens with that. But subscribe to this channel and my other channels, which are down there, you know where, in the description box below. So do it now. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, get out of here. If you dare. If you dare, follow me. But it is what it is. And, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And if you do, well, too bad for you. Yeah, that rhymes. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. And if you're new here, you're just floating around YouTube at this late hour, or anytime really, you see my gorgeous, sexy face, and you're interested and you want to learn more, and you like the video, hit that like button, stick it straight up the wahoo, and if you want more, hit the bell, turn on all notifications, so you don't miss anything else, or miss any videos after this video, and don't forget to subscribe, so you get that, and show my other channels your love and support as well, because you get some good content on the channels, and that's pretty much it. And also, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. And if you're new here, well, enjoy the show. And if not, you can get out of here. But sit back, relax, grab a cold one. Well, tonight we're drinking Dasani water. Well, we're drinking water now. Because I was drinking Pepsi, as always, before. But I feel like drinking some water because my throat's hurting a little bit. So I'm drinking what the wrestlers drink, which is usually Dasani. But it is what it is. Drinking some water tonight. But when you watch my videos, grab a cold beer, grab a alcoholic beverage, or whatever you got. But don't do it at work, because that would be bad. But sit back, relax, grab a cold one, whatever you got in the house and in the fridge, and enjoy. I mean, if not, like I said, you can pretty much get off my channel and go watch somebody else's videos. Or just do one of your own. I don't give a shit. Do what you gotta do. That's pretty much it for that. So, enjoy the show. If you're new here, welcome. And you can leave a comment down below if you wish, but please be respectful. And if you can't, then you need to get out of here, because you're going to get blocked. And if you don't like that, well, too bad. And we move on with that. Alright, on this late Thursday night, April the 25th, 2024, or if you're watching this on the replay, you're seeing this April the 26th, 2024, almost at the end of April. Tuesday will be the end of this month, and then we begin the mighty month of May on Wednesday. And pretty much 3, almost 4 weeks away from the unofficial start of summer, which is Memorial Day weekend, and that's going to be a great weekend for wrestling. Got a lot of wrestling on that weekend. We got King and Queen of the Ring from Saudi Arabia. That's going to be at 1 p.m. on Saturday, May the 25th. Then we got Collision. That same day, not the same time, but the same day at 8 o'clock at night. And then that Sunday, May the 26th, we got AEW Double or Nothing, I believe the 6th one, from Vegas. And we should see how that pay-per-view goes. And then we got Monday Night Raw, the Monday Night Raw Memorial Day extravaganza that it is, and that's it. And Friday begins Friday, but Friday the 24th, we got a taped SmackDown because they're going to be in Saudi Arabia. So, taped SmackDown and taped Rampage. So, it is what it is. So, a lot of stuff to cover as we get into May. Next weekend, we got Payback from France. That's going to begin at 1 p.m. as well. So, and then we got Collision and Rampage at, I don't know what time, but we'll see what happens with that, with the NBA and NHL playoffs continuing on TNT and TBS for the next, pretty much, most of May. That sucks, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens with that next week. But this weekend, pretty much nothing. So we're pretty much free to do whatever we want on this weekend. But it is what it is. Tomorrow we got SmackDown live. That's the only thing we got tomorrow night, is a live SmackDown from Cincinnati, Ohio, and it is going to be night 1 of the draft. 4 rounds, 16 picks, and then a couple things here and there on the show. And then Monday night, this coming Monday night on Raw, we got a big, humongous night 2 of action. 6 rounds of action with more picks, like 24 picks. I'm like, that's crazy. So we got all that coming away this weekend. Tomorrow and on Monday. So SmackDown, NXT, and Raw will have new rosters beginning on May the 6th when they're all locked in. So, gonna probably get some draft picks. We're gonna get some trades, a supplemental draft. And we'll see where everybody goes. By the end of Monday night, we pretty much got most of the rosters done. Like I said, it's gonna be a supplemental draft probably after that, and we'll see what happens with that. But the main rosters for NXT, Raw, and SmackDown will be locked in on May the 6th. So right after Payback, new rosters, new feuds, a new era, and all that other shit. And, we got that. Speaking of the draft, if you're a Niners fan, you want to jump off a bridge tonight. The 49ers picked at number 31, and there was a lot of talk that the Niners were going to trade up and maybe trade either Deebo or Brandon Ayuk for a top pick in the draft. The Chargers were looking at him. Pittsburgh was looking at him, even though they said no. Well, the Niners said no. Basically, they said that Ayuk is not getting traded, but they're still in talks. Deebo in talks. So, but the first night went without anything happening. Tomorrow's going to be round 2 and 2, 3, and 4, I think. Or 2 and 3. And then Saturday's round 4 and 5, and then Sunday's basically it. But no, who's going to watch that shit? But yeah, tonight was a really big night if you're a Niners fan, because they got Ricky Pearsall, a slot wide receiver, when he had the number 2 cornerback on the board. I mean, seriously, Jed York, John Lynch, what the fuck were you thinking? Why do you pick a slot receiver? Why? I mean, like, seriously, why? We don't need a wide receiver unless you're going to trade Deebo and Ayuk. I mean, like, why? Unless there's a master plan that we bring in this guy from Florida who's a slot receiver, like Deebo, or Ayuk, and then you got Jennings, so we're going to have like a 4-headed monster? I mean, I'll go with it, but do we really need this guy? Number 2 cornerback is still on the board. I mean, dumb pick. Dumb draft pick. Completely dumb. But if there's a master plan happening this weekend, that Ayuk or Debo, I hate to see both of them leave, but that's the way it is in this business called the NFL, in the league where they play for pay. I don't know. So, I thought that the Niners were going to go cornerback, or what they really need is an offensive fucking lineman, because that offensive line sucks. Gotta protect Brock Purdy. So they're probably going to pick somebody. I think they got the 35th pick in the next round. The 34th and 35th pick in the second round. So I don't know who they're going to take tomorrow. Or tomorrow night. I think it's tomorrow night. But Ricky Pearsall? Why? A wide receiver. Why? But that was it. Bears at number 1 get their quarterback. Caleb, I forget his last name. But, getting out of the Justin Fields era. Bye-bye, so long, farewell to you. They got a new stadium, which looks great, but has a humongous, wide area. It's like you go. I saw like a picture of it. It's like people going up the stairs and there's this big freaking opening. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like, I hope that's not part of the stadium. I mean, God forbid snow and rain and wind picks up between October and January. But by that time, the Bears probably won't be in the playoffs by then. But who knows? Stadium looks great though. I just say that. But yeah, the Bears get their quarterback. So I mean, great for you. And that's pretty much it. Patriots got a great pick for all you Patriots fans out there. The Giants get a wide receiver. Not that they need more, but it is what it is. I don't really give two shits about the Giants. Eagles got a great pick with a great cornerback. So Eagles doing some good shit. You know, they're a bunch of pedophiles, but it is what it is. Their fans are pedophiles. But it is what it is. I think we all know the biggest pedophile of them all in that franchise. EDP. But it is what it is. As far as the Jets go, the Jets. They got a guy named Olu. Not Oba, but Olu. Olu Fatuna. I think he's well, they got an offensive lineman. About time, because their offensive line sucks. They gotta protect a guy named Rodgers, with his discount double check. So they got at least a good pick. The Giants and Jets got a good pick. The Eagles got a good pick. Dallas, oh boy, you cowgirl fans. You really want Jerry Jones to retire or kick the bucket? Because, that pick that you got, I don't know. Well, at least it wasn't worse as the Niners pick. But it is what it is. Kansas City had the final pick at 32, but they gave it away to Buffalo. It is what it is. So Taco's a little bit happy. They got Nate Wiggins, a cornerback. So, I mean, yeah, Otaku's a little bit happy tonight, but it is what it is. He'll deal with it, But the Niners pick tonight, no. Why? I'm still pissed off with that pick. And all the Niner fans like, some are liking it, some are like, you're like me, like, want to take the hair that we still have left on our head out and want to kill and destroy Jed York and freaking John Lynch and, in a way, Shanahan, but it is what it is. We have to deal with it unless we trade the pick this weekend. I mean, anything can happen this weekend. We've got tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, so we got 3 days of picks, and where's Brandon Ayuk or maybe Debo gonna go? I hope nowhere, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And it is what it is. For all you Knicks fans, I think they went up 3-0, so that series is basically over. So, Congrats, you get to the semis. Whoop-de-doo. Hope you choke in the next round, depending on who the Knicks play. As far as the New York Rangers, Game 3 tomorrow night, baby, in Washington, D.C., beginning at 7 o'clock on that great station known as TNT. So got that. So Rangers win tomorrow. It's over on Sunday. Pretty much might be over on Sunday, but you know, I get scared when the Rangers are up 2-0. Especially in that Tampa Bay series a couple years ago. It's gonna be starting with that. But we'll see. And fuck you, Capital fans, crying over the hit that Mr. Panarin, the bread man, gave to your boy Ovechkin. Crying like a big. It wasn't a legal hit. He led with his hip. That's why he called it a hip check, dumbass. And it was a legal hit. Legal hit. Everybody on the broadcast, everybody doing videos about it. Even players are not even in the playoffs are saying, oh, that was a legal hit. So as always, Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals fan base are a bunch of crybaby bitches. Eat it and weep, and that's it. You're lucky it wasn't Cuba. I think he was scratched that game. But it even didn't matter. Either it was Cuba or my boy Rempe. Oh boy. If it was Rempe, you wouldn't have even gotten up. I mean, I saw the hit, and then the aftermath of that hit. Fucking I can't even say his name. Ovechkin couldn't even barely get up. And he had the trainer help him to the bench, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to the bench, no, I'm going that way. Went to the locker room, and all the Ranger fans like, bye! And then you have all the Capital fans on Twitter, and, you know, going berserk, like, the Rangers are dirty players, Panarin is a bitch, you know, this and that. Fuck you, right? Fuck you, worry about trying to win a game tomorrow. Or a game in the series. Because the Rangers are red hot right now, even though Game 2 was a real battle. But we'll have to see what happens tomorrow night in D.C. I love D.C. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. If the Rangers go up 3-0, bye-bye. Pretty much, bye-bye. But all the Rangers need is one game. One game in D.C., whether it be Friday night or Sunday night, which is on TBS, by the way. And pretty much Game 5 will be at the Garden this coming Wednesday night. And will I be there? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? But all I know is Game 1 of the semifinals, I will be there, depending on when it is. If it ends in 5 on Wednesday, I think next weekend, Cinco de Mayo weekend, is the Eastern Conference semifinals start. So, Game 1 will be next weekend, maybe. Depending on, like I said, depending on how long the series goes. If it ends in 5, I would think, depending on the other series and how they go, it could be next weekend, next Saturday or next Sunday, or maybe May the 6th. But whatever it is, Game 1, I am going, so see how it goes. But all the Rangers need this weekend is one game. And we're taking it one game at a time. So if it goes back to the Garden 3-1, I will be happy. But if it's 2-2, then I worry a little bit. Because that's a best of 3. But hopefully the guys don't fuck up. Igor just doesn't have a stinker game like he had Tuesday night. I mean, he played good near the end, but gave up really 3 goals that he should have never gave up. But, you know, sometimes you play a good game and then the next night you play a stinker. But hopefully tomorrow night he doesn't lay a stinker. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. As far as the Mets and Yankees go, well, Yankees destroyed the A's. Who doesn't beat the Athletics these days? They stink. That's that. I don't know who they play next. I care less. The Mets start a weekend series against the Cardinals. Probably won't be playing Saturday because it's supposed to rain. Saturday into early Sunday. So, maybe get one, maybe 2 games out of that. We'll see. We'll see. But we got all that. And a whole lot more. So, hope everybody has a great weekend. The final full weekend of April. And, that's it. We move on. Alright, let's move on. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of wrestling. Talk about baseball, hockey, anything I feel like talking about. And if you like it, great. You know, get out of here. And go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. Alright, on this late Thursday night, right here on the Peter Joseph channel, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite! Yes! Review for April the 25th, April the 24th, 2024. And it is AEW Homecoming, because we're emanating from home base at Daly's Place. That rhymes. So we're at Daly's Place in good old Jacksonville, Florida. And our commentary team, as always on Wednesday nights, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the biggest Met fan I know. He's from Red Hook, brother. He's Hook's father, and that's Taz. And the man who should be in the Hall of Fame, the great man that he is, he's my friend, Tony Baloney Schiavone. Alright, this is the aftermath of a great pay-per-view the last weekend. AEW Dynasty, or if you were watching from Australia, Dynasty. Right, Paul Stanley? Dynasty? Right? In Australia, they call it Dynasty. Let's do it. No, not now. Paul Stanley's weird sometimes. We get that. Alright, so this is the aftermath of Dynasty at home base. So, Saturday night, we got Live Collision and Rampage, beginning at 8:30, though it could be sooner because of the NBA playoffs on TNT. But, tentative time of 8:30 for Collision, and then right after that, at 10:30 possibly, we got Live Rampage from Daly's Place in Orlando, Florida. And then next week, we're in Canada. We're in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And it's going to be the return of Kenny God Omega. I wonder what he's going to be doing after what happened at the end of last night's show. Oh, we're going to get to that. If you saw my reaction, you know. But, by the way, thank you for the views on that. Good stuff. Good shit. Alright, so we got Swerve on the show. He's taking on Kyle Fletcher in an opening contest. I don't know why he didn't get a celebration, but it is what it is. The only celebration we got is for Widow Nightingale with her TBS championship. So now we're on the road to Double or Nothing, about a month away from that. So we're kind of we're going to start some storyline progression. We got a match out of it. We got a match out of it because we had a casino battle gauntlet. Something like that. No, casino gauntlet match. And the winner faces Roddy for his Intercontinental title. But we'll get to that horrible match that it was and concept in a little bit. And we move on. We also got Jon Moxley defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Powerhouse Will Hobbs. And we also got my girl, Mina Shirakawa, in action. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to drink some champagne. That's champagne for you dumb people at home. They don't know French. But it is what it is. Alright, so we start the show off with a video from earlier in the day where we see a black car arriving to Daly's Place, and out comes the E-D. I can't say baby because Adam Cole's not in it anymore. So we have the Corporate Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, along with as the new AEW Tag Team Champions, as they beat FTR thanks to a guy named Jack Perry. So they arrive with still your Continental Breakfast Champion, Mr. Okada, the Rainmaker. So they're there, and they get greeted by another card coming in. We're like, oh, who's that? And out comes Jungle Man Jack. Well, not Jungle Man. The scapegoat, Mr. Jack Perry, who made his return at Dynasty, shockingly. In a Sting mask, mind you, it was a Sting mask. Why would you come out with a Sting mask? I don't know. I guess all the Skeletor masks were gone. I don't know. But, I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so they meet up with Jack Perry. And then security says, oh, you can't come in. You don't work here no more. So the Bucks like, hey, he's cool. He's with us. So they just let him in. Okay, so we got that. So we're going to see what happens with that, with those four fine gentlemen. And we move on. Alright, then we go inside Daily's place, and we hear the music of Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed orange juice. So he comes out for the kitty chat about the whole Trent Beretta, Chucky T thing. And speaking of Chucky T, well, Orange Cassidy gets thrown out from the mini entranceway. And then Trent Beretta comes out, beats the fuck out of him, all the way into the ring. And then he gets on the mic, tells Chucky T to get his ass out here and make his decision whether to stay with Orange Cassidy or, turn heel and be with him, because he's his best friend. Give me a hug. We got that. So, on cue, Chucky T comes out. Trent talks about how he should have beaten up Orange Cassidy a long time ago. And says, give the people what they want. So, they're about to load up for the hug, and Trent comes in. Chucky's like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. He's like, Trent, I always knew you were a piece of shit. And then hits him with the microphone, and they have knocks him out, and then Trent goes to the outside. He goes up the ramp, like, what the fuck? So I guess Chucky T made his choice, and he's sticking with his boy, Mr. Orange Cassidy, and I guess Shibata too. Well, we'll get to Shibata later. That's that. And then Chucky T gets the mic, and he is pissed. He's like, well, I can't get clear for a match right now, but I want to fight you on Rampage in a parking lot brawl. And that gets announced later in the show. So this Saturday night, after Collision, we're going to have a parking lot brawl between Chucky T and Trent. And you better believe there's probably going to be some blood. Blood, motherfuckers! And it's not even going to be Moxley blood. But we got that. And as we've seen in previous parking lot brawls, there's going to be a lot of brutality in that match. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave the first segment 3 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on AEW Dynamite. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to our next segment, where we have the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the bullpen. They want the righty! The Vile Thing! Crank it, Jimmy! Jimmy Vaughn? What did you say? You mean Rick Vaughn? Rick Vaughn, right? Yeah, he's new. Well, I understand. They want the righty, the Vile Thing. So, the Vile Thing, Mr. Jon Moxley. So, he cuts a promo, but saying, I'm not underestimating you there, Will Hobbs, you monster. He says that Hobbs has an instinct not a killer instinct. And it is only going to take one mistake for Moxley's world to come crashing down. And mentions that the Doghouse family put a hit out on his friend, meaning, I guess, Danielson. So he knows how far they're willing to go, and he wants the biggest and the baddest, and he's going to remind the world just how bad he is. He's a bad, bad man. You can't see me out, John Cena. I'm a bad, bad man. I hate that song. I just felt like singing it, but fuck John Cena. And his fans, too. Well, we move on. Alright, so I gave Moxley's promo 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Then we go to our first official match of the evening. And it's time to dance, ladies and gentlemen, as we have Swerve. So Swerve comes out with my boy from Brooklyn, New York, and that is Prince Nana of the Mogul Embassy, which is not even a thing anymore. I mean, it still is, but we haven't seen the Gates of Agony in a while, or even Brian Cage. Brian Cage is probably, home, probably having baby number 3 with that hot piece of H, Melissa Santos. Hey, if Mark Briscoe, God bless that man, by the way, if he can have 8 kids with his wife, Brian Cage can have baby number 3 with freaking Melissa Santos. I mean, it is what it is. At least Melissa Santos and Mark Briscoe's wife are not like Grabby Hardy and their legs are open like a 24/7 7-Eleven. Okay? They're classy women. Hi, Rebecca. How you doing? Anyway, now I'm gonna get blocked on Twitter. I don't care. Not that I'm really freaking, following her on Twitter. I think I still am. I don't even know. I know on Instagram I am, but now I'm probably not. Oh, well. Oh, well, good old Rebby Hardy. Anyway. And, oh, yeah, Matt Hardy made his return at the pay-per-view at Rebellion. And then tonight he was on TNA Impact Wrestling doing a segment with Dolph Ziggler, saying they were gonna put the system to rest, meaning Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, the tag team champions, and Moose, who really didn't beat Dolph Ziggler because they did show I did see the highlights, and they showed that when Moose hit the spear on Dolph Ziggler and went for the pin, 1, 2, you see Dolph Ziggler's shoulder come up. Referee didn't see it, so it felt like a Hogan-Andre thing. Well, when Hogan's arm was up at 1, and Earl Hebner went 1, 2, 3, Andre wins the belt, but then gave it to Ted DiBiase, which then became WrestleMania 4, that stupid tournament that should have never happened. I mean, it is what it is. Really, you know what? WrestleMania 4 should have been Macho Man, Hogan, and Ted DiBiase in a triple threat match, or a fatal 4-way with Andre. But it is what it is. We all know what happened at that pay-per-view. Macho Man Randy Savage won the belt at WrestleMania 4. Did it! Hit that right, Miss Elizabeth. That's right, Randy, you won. And we get all that. Blah, 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 blah. So we get all that. Alright, so we have Swerve Strickland, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, in a non-title match with the Ring of Honor TV Champion, Mr. Kyle Fletcher of the Doghouse family. Doghouse at ringside. Match wasn't that bad. Under 15-minute match, but it felt like forever. So also with Swerve grabbing a basic hammerlock. Fletcher slips out of that. Then they try to kick each other's ribs apart. Fletcher gets pulled out of the corner, gets knocked down. Swerve starts dancing a little bit. And you don't see Swerve dance that much. Especially doing the Swerve dance. But anyway, They get back up. Fletcher kicks Swerve out to the floor. Swerve gets in a kick from the apron. Ow! Which kind of hurt his leg. Actually, before that. Come back from break. Fletcher hits a Michinoku driver for a double down. And then Swerve knocks him to the apron. Goes up top. Hits the stomp of Doom. But then he came up favoring his ankle. Uh-oh. 3-day reign, go bye-bye. But Swerve was fine enough to finish the match. Fletcher, smart man, grabs the ankle lock with a grapevine. When Swerve was about to tap out, but he somehow made the ropes. Fletcher kicks away at him, only to get caught with a rolling downward spiral. Ouch. Then a Brain Buster gives Swerve a near fall. Then they fight over a Tombstone Pile Driver attempt. Fletcher hits That's Incredible, the jumping version. Oh, that guy, Just Incredible's not going to be a happy camper. By the way, his real name is Peter Polanco. No, not the same name as my last name, but everybody knows that. But same name as me, first name, different last name. But it is what it is. Anyway, but he hits. So he hits his version of Just Incredible for a near fall. And then Don Callis gives him like a 4 symbol. Like, not the 4 horsemen, but he puts up 4. And, so Fletcher goes out, gets a table. Then he goes for a running boot in the corner instead. And then, basically, Swerve finished him off. Knocks him into the tree of, whoa! Hits the Swerve stomp for a near fall. Then he backs up and hits the house call. 1, 2, 3. Swerve gets the win over Mr. Kyle Fletcher in under 15 minutes. Matches up was okay. And I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And Don Callis is not a happy camper. When's he ever happy? Well, I mean, he used to be when he was with Kenny. Don't go there. I'm not gonna go there. No, I am. 69 me, Don! 69 me! Hurry! That was weird, seeing that shit. That was weird. But Kenny is sometimes weird. But it is what it is. Alright, so we move on from that. Alright, then we have Thunder Rosa! Yay! Coming off her, loss to Toni Storm at Dynasty for the AEW Women's Championship. She's with I believe Renee Paquette in the back. So happy with her effort that she gave at Dynasty. Not going to make excuses. Toni capitalized. Even though, Mariah May was at ringside with Luther. And then Deonna Purrazzo comes out. And speaking of Deonna Purrazzo, she comes in. They start, talking in Spanish. You better puta, stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. Then they get to a shoving match. And I think on Collision, they're going to have a match. It is what it is. So we got that. Alright, so I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Then we get a look back at the match of the year. Mr. Will Oceanspray beating Bryan Danielson. Yes! And we saw the ending of the match with Storm Driver 93, which kind of injured Danielson. Well, we'll get to that move in a little bit. Because Oceanspray said, I'm retiring it. And, that's pretty much it for that. Alright, after that, we go to the ladies. The hot, sexy ladies. Early. I wonder why. But anyway, we got Anna Jay, the woman who has a flat ass and a mean attitude. She takes on, once again, Mina Shirakawa, my gorgeous 5th wife. Because, yeah, I moved up everybody. I moved up Sasha, Mercedes to 4, Mina at number 5, Charlie Caruso at number 6 still. It's a dogfight for the top spots, But, not even close to, nobody's gonna knock off Io, Asuka, and Kairi. Nobody. Sorry. Sorry, you're gonna have to fight them for it. Man, I don't think you're gonna win. Not even the woman can get up to the top. Well, she is the top, but, you know. Wrestling chick-wise, of wrestling chicks I wanna, you know. My Asians are gonna be number 1, 2, and 3. Sorry. Kairi, Asuka, and Io. That's it. Anyway, well, we got Mina coming out with her, well, I guess girlfriend, but her best friend in Club Venus, Mariah May. Looking like she's about to go to Wimbledon and play some tennis. She can play with my balls anytime. But she's not gonna give me blue balls. She can play with them, but just saying. Anyway. Alright, so this is I think a rematch from Ring of Honor, where Mina won, obviously. Anyway, so we get this sort of rematch. So it starts out with Anna Jay kicking Mina down to start. Then a kick to face gives Mina a near fall. And then she starts dancing, shaking her titties. Oh, you gotta love that. I always love that. She's a good dancer. She dances on my lap. Okay. But her name is not Rio, but that's another guy's chick. Her name is Rio, and she dances on his lap. And then when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. Okay. Big ups to Duran Duran, by the way. Anyway. Alright, so after that, after Mina starts dancey a little bit, Anna Jay gets in a neck snap after kind of like breaking the eyes. Ouch. And it hurt. It looked like it hurt. And then, even worse, she gives Mina a neck snap across the top rope for a near fall. As we're going to break, come back. Mina kicks her down only to get caught in a gory bomb for a near fall. Then, the shock delay, I don't know what that is, lets Mina hit a missile drop kick for a near fall. Anna Jay comes right back, locks in the Queen Slayer. But then Mariah May offers a distraction, probably showing her titties. And somehow Mina grabs a fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Once again, Mina gets the win in just under 9 minutes. There you go. So Mina is undefeated in her AEW / Ring of Honor career. You'd love to see it. And I think we're going to see more of Mina because, why? New Japan bought Stardom. So pretty much, we might be seeing some stars, no pun intended, of Stardom, like Mina, and a few others, like Azumi, gracing our television screens on Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision. That's good. And maybe Forbidden Door coming up. Maybe, I don't know about Double or Nothing yet, but we'll see. So we got that. Alright, so I gave Mina's match 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Mariah May comes in the pose, about to drink some champagne, maybe kiss, who knows. But then Anna Jay gets back up, jumps both of them, locks in the Queen Slayer, I think on Mina again, but then Timeless Toni Storm comes out, darling! Look at my face! Chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. But she makes the save, and then we see Serena Deeb come out, and I believe she's the number 4 ranked woman on the ranking system. I don't know why you still have it, but it is what it is. So Serena Deeb comes out and starts posing with the AEW title, and then she says something we couldn't even hear because there was a lot of audio issues with the TBS broadcast. That's been going on for months, and I still can't fix it. I don't know if it's the TBS truck. I don't know if it's the audio in the building, in the arenas. I don't know. It feels like every week it starts out really, really low, then it picks up a little bit, down. Like, what is this? Can we get some better audio technicians here? Tony Khan! Man. But looks like, Serena Deeb made a challenge to, Serena Deeb. I mean, there was a, AEW exclusive promo from Tony, and, it was funny. She's with Maria May, and she's talking about the, Serena Deeb, and then she's like, then we hear, boob! And then we see Mariah May just, like, stick her head, like, right on her boob. Damn. Should have been me. I mean, it is what it is for the woman that makes love to her demons in hell every night. God damn you, Trish Robinson. Damn it! But we get all that. And we move on. Alright. So we get that. Alright. We go to break, we come back. It's time, not for the main event, it's time for Willow Nightingale's TBS Championship celebration. So the resident pimp, Stokely Hathaway, and Chris Statlander start singing, rhyming. I'm like, ugh. What is this? That was that. Actually, rapping was the Pasta, Caprice Coleman. Very good. Liked it. We should have him in the ring doing that. I don't know why he was doing it on commentary. Anyway, alright, so Willow comes out. You know, nice little fit and everything. So she comes out and says it wasn't working with Stokely to start, saying that Stokely was, and Stokely says Willow was like a fungus. So she's about to continue talking, and then we hear the music of the CEO of AEW, Mercedes Moné, otherwise known as the Boss. Suspects. Alright, so she comes out, barely, almost looked like she was naked, which is nothing wrong with that. So she gets in the ring. Willow doesn't like her interrupting her, but then Mercedes says, I'll be the TBS champion at Double or Nothing, whether you like it or not. Then they mention, then she mentions her injury, and they mention her injury, then, who attacked her, doing that interview with Alex Marvez. They argue over who attacked her and everything. Mercedes thinks it was Willow. Actually, yeah. But then Willow's like, it was Julia Hart. I think it's Chris Statlander. Forget that. Then Mercedes like, you intentionally injured me a year ago, and I was out a year after the New Japan Strong Battle in the Valley thing, where she was supposed to win the New Japan Strong Women's title, but they gave it to Willow due to injury. Get that. Willow's like, I didn't really intentionally try to injure you. And then Willow's like, don't matter, I want you at 100% at Double or Nothing, where I'm gonna beat your ass, basically. And then Mercedes bitch slaps her, and basically Stokely and Chris Statlander have to stop it. So we get all that. So really, we got our first official match already announced, which was Mercedes Moné against Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. And then our second match that is going to be announced, that was announced on the show, is going to be for the Intercontinental title with Roddy taking on whoever wins the Casino Gauntlet. And we'll get to that in a second. And we move on. Alright, so I gave the Willow and Mercedes promo 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see Jack Perry. We see Jack Perry and the Bucks and Okada going into Tony Khan's office. Ooh. So we get We see him going in, and then we see Jack Perry coming out of the locker room, and Alex Marvez is trying to get the scoop. It's like, did you sign a contract? Are you reinstated? Jack Perry's like, oh, I can't tell you that. And then Okada and the Bucks come out. Pretty much Nick Jackson doesn't say anything. Okada, you know he's not going to say anything. And then Matthew Jackson says, things are uncertain, but what we do know is that Tony Khan Man has agreed to meet Jack Perry in the ring at the end of the show. I'm like, oh shit. And we're all thinking that Jack Perry's gonna murder him for the whole all-in incident and getting him fired and being out for 8 months. But we'll get that. So I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the Double or Nothing Gauntlet match. Number 1 contenders match for the Intercontinental title that Roddy has. So, this had weird fucking rules. I feel like random people would come out, and the only way to win is by pinfall or submission. This whole match was ridiculous because, you know, you have guys, you're fighting guys, and then next thing you know, like a couple of minutes later, another guy comes out. This just looked like a car wreck. It wasn't great. It's also with Jay White, the Switchblade. Wait, with a Switchblade. He comes out at number 1. Dante Martin comes in at number 2. And they fight it out. And then we get Pentagon Zero. Miedo. He comes out at number 3. They beat each other. All 3 men are beating the crap out of each other. Then we get at number 4, Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts with his old haircut back. I guess the long hair look didn't work for you, Kyle. You didn't want to grow your hair down to your ass and play the loudest, fastest rock and roll you could. Come on. All right, so we get that, and then number 5 is Will Oceanspray, who got a major heavy reaction. Reach for the sky! Whoa! I'll spray. So anyway, he comes in, and they beat the crap out of everybody else in the ring. Then we get an epic stare down and a New Japan World Title flashback between Oceanspray and Jay White. Jay White gets knocked down. And then the Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer, everybody dies! Comes in at number 6, and Ospreay's like, oh shit. And Archer's like, I'm coming for you, motherfucker! You know. Goes right for Oceanspray for some apparent reason. So, Archer cleans house, and O'Reilly grabs a guillotine choke, gets broken up. Archer basically sends everyone to the floor. And I think he sends Oceanspray to everybody. As we go to break, we come back. The Luchador Commander comes out with Alex Abrahantes at number 7. Hurricanes Archer off the apron through a bunch of tables, of course. Then he has a rather-looking spinning DDT for an near fall on Oceanspray. Jay White made the save. Then Oceanspray hits a Liger Bomb for an air fall on Jay White. Then Oceanspray's loading up the Hidden Blade. And then Jay Lethal, Black Machismo, ooh, yeah, comes in at number 8. He cleans house, and then Oceanspray does the same thing. And then eventually, Will Oceanspray and Kyle O'Reilly start going at it. And then we find out on commentary that there could be up to 21 entrants, so it feels like a casino battle royale match, technically. But the rules just looked like were just random and just felt really So anyway, it comes down to Oceanspray and was Ocean Spray and Kyle O'Reilly. But anyway, before that, Ocean Spray's running elbow, I think it was the hidden blade, gets a near fall. He throws up Tiger Driver 91, the move he hit Danielson with, which was Storm Driver 93, but whatever. Call it what you want. And he's about to do it, and he's like, I can't do it. I promised myself. I retired it. So he can't get himself to do it. And then Commander comes in with the Cielito Lindo to Kyle O'Reilly, but then eventually Ocean Spray hits the hidden blade. I think it was on Commander. I forget who got pinned, but it doesn't matter. Will Ocean Spray gets the win in over 18.5 minutes to become the new #1 contender to Roddy's Intercontinental title. So they will meet at Double or Nothing for the Intercontinental title. That's going to be a banger of a match. I don't think it's going to even come close to topping Ocean Spray and Danielson, but could come close to it, but we'll see. So it looks like I thought that Ocean Spray was going to go right for the world title, but now he's the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title, so you know he's going to win that. And then eventually, maybe we could see the Intercontinental Champion versus the World Champion, meaning Swerve, at All In. Don't know if they're going to do a title for title match or what they're going to do. But we'll see what happens for that. After the match, the Undisputed Kingdom come out. So Roddy comes out, stares down with Ocean Spray. And then we have the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, Michael Kanellis Bennett, the man who punches people in the dick and gives him a power driver. And then I'm Matt Taven. He's there. And also there is Adam Cole, baby! So they all walk to the ring. Adam Cole has to gingerly go down the stairs because he still has that injury, not healed up 100%, but is getting there. But he can walk pretty well now, but he's not medically cleared to wrestle yet. I don't think he's going to get medically cleared, so probably and most likely either All In or All Out. So by September, we'll probably see the return 1 year later of Adam Cole, baby. And I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year, he is the world champion. Or at least a champion by that time. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so the Casino Gauntlet match, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we go into a segment that should have been an email. And that is Chris Jericho, the new FTW champion, with his own placard on the fucking belt. Taz ain't happy about that, but he says, I'm about to vomit. So he comes out, and it's now known as the Learning Tree. He has a new theme, which sucks. So anyway, this promo sucked so bad. Gets on the mic and says the letters FTW now mean for the world, because he won it for the people. So basically, Jericho's trying to cut a Daniel Bryan, Captain Planet type champion gimmick. But you cowards, come on! I am Captain Planet. Captain Planet, he's our hero. He'll take Evolution down to 0. Yeah. So then Jericho talks about Terry Funk. Oh, Terry, he talked about you. Did he mention that I was a hardcore legend in Japan? I know. No, he didn't say that, but basically talked about Terry wanting him to do this. Did you? Really? I don't know what I meant, said. Forever! Okay, calm down. Anyway. And also wanted to mold Hook into something better. And he says that Hook forced him to hit him with not 1, but 2 Judas Effect elbows and then Floyd the baseball bat. So that's that. And then out of nowhere, Big Cass. He's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. He goes out to interrupt. And he says, as much as I hate you, I need to be part of the learning tree, and I want to be under the Jericho vortex, and I'll prove my worth to you. So Jericho's like, I'll be watching you. So Jericho is forming a new stable, another heel stable. He's calling it the Jericho Vortex. I don't know what the fuck he's calling it. But seems like Big Cass is going to be the first member of his new faction. Okay. And it is what it is. I mean, I am not liking this. I'm trying to give it a chance, but I hate it already. This whole learning tree gimmick. I'm like, basically, he cut a promo, and I'm like, is he trying to audition for Reading Rainbow? Felt like, I'm watching PBS. He's coming out like, he's gonna take over LeVar Burton for Reading Rainbow. Next thing you know, he's gonna be doing the theme song, like a metal version of Reading Rainbow. Butterfly in the sky, I can tell ice is high. Take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow 2. Something like that. But then again, it could be Romper Room. I'm so old, I know that show. Shit. Shows my age. Good lord. I used to wake up in the morning watching Miss Molly on Romper Room. That was when I was a little bitty Hulkster dude. Back in the early mid-80s. And then by the time I got to high school, I'd get up like 6 o'clock in the morning and watch Video Power. Remember that show? Some of you might remember that? During the early morning news. It was on Channel 9. It's like, it was at 6:30 in the morning. I only watched half of it because sometimes I watched the entire episode. If I didn't have like 7, and then have to be on the bus before 7 o'clock so I can get to school by 7:30 for 7:30 in the morning basketball class. Yeah. That's how my high school was. They had like classes at 7:30 in the morning instead of like 8:15 in the morning. Crazy. And it wasn't even like first period. It was like 0. And then you go to, in Everett R. Memorial High School, didn't have first period, second period, third period. We had like O, A, B, C, band, which is basically the same thing as period, but it was weird. It was like basically A through J. And then we had lunch, which was called Optas. I don't know where I get that name from, but it was basically lunch period. And people had like, you would had like, near the end of the day, they had like, which would be really 7th to 8th period, they'd be gone. I had that a couple of semesters. It was fun. I'd get up at 8:15, I'm out by 1. I'm like, pfft. That was good shit back then, man. Or if I had 7:30 in the morning basketball, then I'd get out like at 1:30, 1:45. Not bad. Not bad. Get home by about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Come home, watch some, watch some TV, have another, like a second lunch, or just watch TV. Watch TV, do nothing, back in the day you watch like Nick Arcade and Legends of the Hidden Temple with your host, Kurt Fogg. We're gonna go to the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Double Dare, all those great Nickelodeon shows back in the day. Super Sloppy Double Dare, and then do you have it? Guts! From like 3 to 5 o'clock. Then I change over to the Disney Channel to watch Kids Incorporated, and then the Mickey Mouse Club. That was some good shit back in the day, man. Good shit, man. Mickey Mouse Club, was great. Great stuff, man. I watched the Mickey Mouse Club and Kids Incorporated religiously during my high school days. That's where you got your first taste of Mario Lopez on drums on Kids Incorporated. Martika, the toy soldiers chick. Jennifer Love Hewitt was on that show. And a girl named Fergie, Stacey Ferguson. But she was like a cutie patootie back then. Same thing with Jennifer Love Hewitt, was just like sweet little cutie patootie. Now she's around my age and still looks hot. But she got like 2 kids now. Damn it. Fergie dating black guys or something like that. Then, after Kids Incorporated ended, she was in some girl group, what was it called? Eden's Crush, something like that. And then Martika went on to do Toy Soldiers, which was basically a one-hit wonder. Which then got, we all know what happened to that song. They got kind of like redone, not redone per se, but used by Eminem. Jennifer Love Hewitt went on to do a whole bunch of movies and TV shows. Still a cutie patootie. And then you had the Mickey Mouse Club right after that, and we all know who's on the Mickey Mouse Club so many times. Britney, Christina, Justin Timberlake, JC Chasez, which they later became NSYNC. Britney and Christina went on to mega success. Ryan Gosling became a mega freaking actor. And then you had, that mega group, The Party, with all those great people in there, Chase and Damon, Alfred, Dee Dee, and the late great, Tiffany. Not that Tiffany, but not Tiffany, I think we're alone now chick. I'm talking about Tiffany Thalia Hale. Not Thea Hale, but, Tiffany Hale, who passed away a couple years ago. Right around my age. I love you, girl. You probably my first fucking major crush back then. I loved that chick, man. When she was a cutie patootie, until, years later, still looked great. But sadly, she passed away 2 years ago. Sucks. I miss her every day thinking about her. But, But there was, like, other chicks on that program I loved a lot. Like, Mylin and, Brandy. Not that Brandy. Just some good-looking, teeny boppers back then. And then you have, like, New Kids on the Block were there. A lot of 80s, like, people were there. And they were doing all their musical numbers, very, very bad covers of, like, some good stuff you all know and love. Not like metal songs. Well, they did a couple of rock songs. Like they did Backwater by the Meat Puppets. Then they did Break It Down Again by Tears for Fears. I'm like, it's all good and all, but then it didn't sound the same as the original. And then they would do live shows, and they would sing, like, Wholehearted by Extreme, which is okay. Not the same, but then they had the backing band who wasn't even playing. Come on. I would have been on that show. I'm like, I'm not playing with a backing band. I don't give a fuck. I'll play my electric twanger and just throw some pinch harmonics in here. I'll be singing my stuff I want to sing. I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna tell me what to sing. If it's a hit song, we're gonna play it. I don't care if it's Ozzy. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna sing No More Tears on frickin' Mickey Mouse Club. I'll sing, Mama, I'm Coming Home. That's a good song to put on the Mickey Mouse Club. Nothing wrong with it. Just the solo might be a little bit, not safe for PG or G. It's not even a freaking song that'll scare your parents. I mean, come on. But something like Slayer, Imagine somebody on the Mickey Mouse Club kind of got, like, doing a live performance of Slayer or something like that. like Raining Blood or some shit, like Angel of Death. I don't know. Yeah, that'll be weird. Yeah, Mickey Mouse singing Slayer. Hi kids, we're gonna sing Slayer now. Imagine the Mickey Mouse Club doing a metal song. Not a lot of them. I don't even think there was any, really. I mean, yeah, they did Extreme, which really was like hair metal, but they were, JC and, I forget who it was. I think it was, Tony Lucca. They actually played, More Than Words, and Tony was actually playing the guitar, playing it in tune, in the way it's meant to be played, which is great. I liked it. And then he did Wholehearted on the MMC live shows, and they would do the concert shows live and everything. He did Wholehearted with a backing band. I'm like, he didn't need the backing band mostly. He needed, maybe just the drummer and the bass player. But yeah, that backing band sucked. And even Kids Incorporated did a really bad version of Good Songs You Know and Love. I think it was near the final season when Stacy. I don't even think Stacy was on it. They had just like, it was just basically Jennifer Love Hewitt and a whole bunch of other people that I don't even know the fuck they were. It wasn't Martika. They had this other chick that looked like Martika, but it wasn't her. I saw a video for Kids Incorporated. I forgot what season number it was. They sang, it had to be at least season 5, 6 maybe. I don't know. But they sang, Damn Yankees High Enough. I'm like, okay, that's great and all. Uncle Ted Nugent might have to word with you kiddies. But I'm looking at the video, and then they had this African American dude. I don't even know his name on the show. He actually has the same guitar as Ted Nugent, but not the same guitar make, because it's like a half neck guitar. I don't know what they call that guitar, but anyway, he was playing it. It looked like a guitar that Uncle Ted would play back in the 80s. He's playing it. He's like, yeah, he's not really playing it. He's just like removing his finger. He's like playing a couple chords here and there, but not much. And then you had the other guy playing the left-handed acoustic guitar, which was all through every season of that show. There was one kid that every time he was playing the left-handed guitar before it became famous. Well, not famous by Mr. Kurt Cobain, but it is what it is. But even though I think it's Tony Iommi made the left-handed guitar famous. Well, besides Jimi Hendrix, but whatever. But anyway, so you have the black guy doing the parts and everything, and then the left-handed guitar player playing the acoustic guitar is probably backwards anyway. Not the way a normal left-handed stringed guitar would be, with the E string on top instead of the bottom. And I'm looking at this kid. This kid's like, dancing around with the guitar, and he's just doing this. It's like he's jacking off with the guitar. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing, dude? You're supposed to be playing, not this. But he's like doing this, strumming, but he's doing this with his hand. He's not even playing it correctly. I'm like, why do we have these fucking shows, these kids shows, where people can't play the fucking instruments? They're plugged in. You can't hear it because it's muted. Because they have backing tracks. Except for the fucking drummer. Who's sometimes, if it's Mario Lopez, he's on key. It boggles my mind how that show had all these kids playing these instruments they can't even play. I know they're like little kids, they're like 8 to like 11, 12 years old. think the oldest was like 15 or 16. I think it was Martika was like 15 or 16 on the show. But she wasn't playing. The only thing she played was the tambourine. But you have these kids, they're grabbing the guitar and they're supposed to be playing a hit song. They played Bon Jovi one time. I'm like, oh my god, no. And then when there was a solo in the song, you see the kids go, hey, I'm doing the solo, look at me. And they're not even playing it. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, you're not Richie Sambora, come on. I'm not Ted Nugent playing the solo. Stop it. That's why these shows should have had actual people that can play the guitar. Pisses me off, man. And then you had like remember California Dreams back in the 90s, where it came right after It's Alright Because He Saved by the Bell. That show, they had the guitar player not even playing a goddamn guitar. He's playing the guitar, he's playing the solo, he's doing solos, he's like, with his hands like, he's doing like a high pitch, a high note. He's like, he's doing all these weird moves, not even playing it. He thinks he's playing it. It's just a backing track. The guy's like trying to emulate the guitar solo. But you guys don't know. Good show, but come on. Surf dudes with attitudes gonna feel. I'm not gonna sing the song, but I can't stand that. Anyway, blah 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 blah. But going back to Jericho, this whole thing with this reading rainbow like gimmick, PBS gimmick. I'm gonna learn on the learning tree. I don't like it at all. I think it's a stupid gimmick for Jericho. He's like, I'm gonna help people now. Stupid. Fucking stupid. I didn't like it at all. So I gave this segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Because ridiculous. And most of the show was like, until the final segment, that was it. And that's it. Alright, then we go to back after that horrible segment by Jericho. We go to Don Callis with Renee Paquette. Don Callis wants to know why Will Ospreay didn't hit the Tiger Driver, as we see Ospreay and Fletcher there. So a little mini United Empire reunion. Ospreay was worried about hurting someone else. He's like, well, now you gotta worry. I want you to hurt Roddy next. Next strong. So Don goes to Fletcher and says, well, Fletcher would have lost anyway. And Fletcher's like, excuse me? And says that, well, I gotta go. I gotta be with Hobbs because we're gonna win a title. We're gonna win a title right now. And then Ospreay and Fletcher kind of have a little reunion. Fletcher's like, so eventually Don Callis is gonna be kicked out. Everybody's gonna leave Don Callis. He's gonna be left by himself. And I think we're getting the first parts of it, because Ospreay is going to get sick of Don Callis. He's going to go out on his own. Fletcher is going to go right with him. They're going to reform United Empire when a guy named Mark Davis comes back from injury. Maybe they'll get Jeff Cobb to come over from New Japan. Don't know about that, but we'll see. And then Powerhouse Will Hobbs will probably go on his own because he's not winning so much. And then I think Takeshita eventually will either turn face or just remain a monster heel. And we get that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match, first time ever on Dynamite. Will Hobbs and Moxley. Don Callis, once again, a commentary. Under 11-minute match. Match wasn't really that good. Anyway, it was like a big beefy men slapping meat match, per se. They fight in the crowd. They brawl for a while. We go to break. And Shivani's talking. We go right to break. How dare you? Tony Khan, why didn't you go to break when my friend Tony Baloney's explaining something? So we come back. Again, Shivani's in mid-sentence. That's bad fucking production right there, dude. Moxley fights out of a basic 1924 bear hug. So it's hammering away in the corner. On the outside, Hobbs was favoring his knee. Hobbs might be out for a couple months with a knee injury. That's not good. And then I think they went right to the finish because they went in and Moxley hits the paradigm shit for a near fall, then transitioned into the rear naked choke, and then Will Hobbs passed out in under 11 minutes. Match was kind of flat, the finish was flat. I think they rushed into it because of Hobbs' injury with his knee. So, not the way Moxley wanted to win it, but a win is a win. He retains the belt. And that's it. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Takeshita comes out. He's like, me want bit. So, I'm going to get that. Don't know when. Maybe at Double or Nothing. So Mark's like, oh, you want match? I give you match. So, that might be official soon. Moxley versus Takeshita for the IWGP belt. Maybe at Resurgence, which is, I believe, the next New Japan Strong show or the New Japan show. We'll see. Or it could be at Double or Nothing. Well, depends on the timing of when the pay-per-views are, but we got that. And we move on with that. Alright, so that's that. So, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the match. Alright, then we go to the back with Renee Paquette once again. This time her guest is Katsuyori Shibata. So Shibata is there, and he's using, his phone, Siri, to do the interview in English. He's all ready to take the FTW title away from Chris Jericho next week under FTW rules. We get that. And then, later on, he gets beat up by Shane Taylor Promotions. And then, I think we're gonna get a match with either Lee Moriarty or Shane Taylor himself, or maybe Anthony Gogo. But, yeah, Shibata got beat up in the back really bad. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we get all that. That was a TBS exclusive after Shibata cut the promo. We see him in the back, and he gets beat up by Shane Taylor Promotions. We get that. Alright, then we go to the most talked about segment of Dynamite. We're still talking about it a day later. Tony Baloney is in the ring. He brings out Jack Perry, who comes out. Fans giving him a raucous ovation. He gets in the ring, and then we hear the fans sing, "Oh, cry me a river." Wow. Marks. Anyway, so Jack Perry talks about the great times he's had in Daily's place. It's been basically 5 years ago since the first Double or Nothing. But I'm here on business, so let's get the business done. So, request Tony Khan to come out to reinstate him. So, eventually, Tony Khan comes out. I'm like, wow. First time in a long time that Tony Khan's actually been on TV in the ring. So, they get in the ring. They shake hands. And, Jack Perry's like, let's let bygones be bygones, let's be friends and let's change the world and some shit like that. Let's sing Kumbaya and everything will be okay. Forget about All In. I'm sorry, for my actions and shit. So, they hug. And then Jack Perry just looks at the camera like, that something's gonna happen. So, after they embrace, they hold each other's hands up in the air. And then Jack Perry decks Tony Khan right in the gut with the microphone. Tony Khan falls down. And he just stays there for like a couple of seconds. He's like, he falls down like this. Oh! Then he sells the fucking punch to the gut. And then right away, the Bucks and Okada come out. And it's like, hey, what are you doing? That's our boss! You trying to get us fired? So anyway, they help Tony to his feet. Well, to his knees, and it looked like they were about to give him the EVP trigger. And then Okada's like, no, son, no, bring him up. We're gonna have sushi later. No. Well, they're not gonna have sushi because they pick him up, and Tony Khan's like, he's like half out of it. He seems like everything's gonna be okay. And I was like, I was waiting for Tony Khan to like smile like Jack Perry. They were all gonna hug Tony Khan, and Tony Khan would be the newest member of the elite, like the higher power of the elite per se. Like Vince was the higher power to the corporate ministry. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. But anyway, they pick him up, and Matthew Jackson just then picks him up. They put him in the Meltzer driver, or the Tony Khan driver. They hit Tony Khan with a Tony Khan driver. And I'm like, what? Like, Tony Khan took his first bump, and for the guy that said he doesn't want to be an on-screen character, liar, he takes his first bump in an AEW ring, and Okada's like, does the whole, NWO type thing with the point, and then he hit the Meltzer driver, and if you look closely, right after Nick did his flip to do the move, and then Matt Jackson, you see his feet, he backed up a little bit, then dropped Tony Khan, so he's kind of make him feel safe. So they hit that, and then the Bucks like, thank you fans, we're out of time, we'll see you next week. And then everybody leaves the ring under orders of Aubrey Edwards, the real power. Yeah, get out of here! So they leave, and everybody's like wonder what the fuck just happened. And I'm like, this is great. It feels like Dixie Carter getting put through a table by Bully Ray and Devon way back when TNA. The kind of end of Dixie Carter era in TNA before Billy Corgan took it over in 2016. That was great. It didn't feel like Austin McMahon during the birth of the Attitude Era. Didn't feel like that. Didn't even feel like the start of the end when the NWO started when Nash and Hall put Bischoff through the freaking stage. And not even close to Bully Ray and was it Bully Ray and Steve Macklin putting Scott D'Amore through a flaming table, pretty much ending didn't really end his life, but ending his TNA days. But this had that Dixie Carter like feel. So it was great. I loved it. You didn't see my reaction to it. Just go back a video and watch my reaction to it. It just felt great. So then wrestlers come out. I mean, we see Christopher Daniels. Just various wrestlers come out. Coming out to check on Tony, who's basically like limp. We have all the referees come out. Rick Knox, Bryce, Aubrey was there. Like just random wrestlers would come in, like Darius and Dante Martin come out. Christopher Daniels was on the apron, and then through all that chaos, like we see someone like I don't know if it was a fan in the ring at first. I thought it was a fan. I'm like, who is this guy? Looked like some Indian guy, and then he pushes his way in, and they have like one guy go, what, holy shit, it's you! It's Shad Khan, Tony's father. I'm like, what? He makes his first appearance on live TV to end the show, and he's just looking down. I'm like, ah! Shad Khan? What? So you knew this was like, wow. AEW ain't playing around now. And a lot of people hated this segment. I mean, that's your prerogative and everything. That's your own opinion. I thought it was great. Hey, I was like, and if you see my review, I was like, yep, Tony Khan is dead. And big ups to Tony Khan at the NFL draft, staying in kayfabe with the neck brace. That was hilarious. That was hilarious seeing that. So I don't know how Collision's gonna be on Saturday and Rampage, and you know they're gonna talk about it all night for 3 hours. So I don't know how it's gonna play out on Collision and Rampage this weekend. But next week on the program from Winnipeg, Kenny's gonna be there, and you know how Kenny got really sort of kicked out of the Elite along with the Hangman. So I don't know what Kenny's going to say. He's in basically his home country and hometown of Winnipeg. So he might have an interaction with the Bucks and Okada. And then maybe Jack Perry will knock him out. To storyline, knock him out of action. And a lot of people are saying that, you know, Tony Khan is gonna form this team that's gonna take on Jack Perry and the Bucks and Okada in Blood and Guts, whenever Blood and Guts is. Blood and Guts 4. We could see that, but who would be on Tony Khan's team? I think it'd probably be FTR, that's 2. And then you're gonna have to have a third guy. I don't know who that possibly could be. Maybe, it can't be Kenny, because Kenny's not medically cleared. At all. I don't know when. He's looking like he's gonna get more surgery for his diverticulitis. So Kenny's out. So thinking about getting Kenny to join the team is not gonna happen. So it has to be a big star. So besides FTR, maybe Mark Briscoe goes up with FTR, and then the fourth guy is gonna be like a mystery partner, and then the mystery will be MJF coming back finally. But then again, who knows when MJF's coming back? Supposed to do it in an event, but that's like outside the AEW television and everything. But I think if they're gonna do Blood and Guts between the Elite and Team Tony Khan, MJF's gonna come back and save Tony Khan's company from the Elite. So there you go with that. Then again, it could be Swerve as one of the members. So if they do it, they'll probably do a 4-on-4, because I can't do really 5-on-5, because then who's going to have as a fifth partner for the Elite? Unless they bring back the Hangman, which I doubt, but I think Hangman's coming back to do his own thing with Swerve on the side, but it is what it is. But you know, and then Jack Perry and the Bucks and Okada cut a promo. Jack Perry's like, you stole 8 months of my life from me. This is what you get. And then Matthew Jackson is saying that, oh, we're gonna change the world now. I thought they changed the world 5 years ago. But it just feels like maybe it's like a birth of a new Attitude Era or some shit. I don't know, But the final segment was pretty damn good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Not that it helped much for the show. It kind of saved the show from utter horror, utter damnation. And the ratings, wow. How did this show not get above 800,000? I don't know. It did under 700,000. There was like 686,000, somewhere around that area. That's bad. The show stunk. That's probably why the ratings stunk. And because of the NBA and NHL playoffs on the same night. So a lot of people watching the playoffs besides watching wrestling. But I bet that final segment got a lot of views. I don't know. I gotta find out about that. But probably did a lot. And now people are gonna tune into Collision and Rampage this weekend to see what the aftermath is. And definitely next week's program in Winnipeg to see what Kenny's going to be doing. But, Tony Khan got what he deserved, basically. Jack Perry's like, oh, you want to fire me? Well, I'm going to fuck you up. Pretty much did, thanks to the Bucks and Okada. So that's it. He got his revenge. Eventually, I think we're going to see Tony Khan on screen. I don't know, not in the ring per se, but he's going to eventually reinstate Jack Perry. And then, I don't know, I hope this doesn't last a long time. I would say this whole storyline with the Bucks and Okada and Jack Perry with Tony Khan probably lasts a couple months. And then eventually, whenever MJF gets better and heals himself up, we're going to see him, I say probably by the summer, maybe by July. Depends on his recovery. We haven't really heard much about MJF lately, except for Tony Khan at the Scrum saying, oh, we'd love to have him back, but we don't know, he didn't really give us an answer about, his health and everything. He's still nursing his many injuries that he got with his shoulder. So, I don't know. We don't know when MJF's going to come back. But he is coming back. We just don't know when. But if Tony Khan needs a savior, I would bring back MJF as a face this time. He kind of ended his run as a face, taking on Samoa Joe with the whole Adam Cole baby gimmick. Not gimmick. The whole Adam Cole stuff. The whole Adam Cole stuff. Before the whole, and then with the devil that he thought was Samoa Joe, then ended up being Adam Cole. So, once MJF comes back, he's gonna help Tony Khan get rid of the Elite, then transition into the the eventual Adam Cole MJF 3 match, which might be by the end of the year, depending on if Cole gets the belt by then, but I doubt it. But, we'll have to see. It's April the 26th. We got, basically 8 months and change, a little over 8 months to go before the end of 2024 into 2025, but, the whole Tony Khan gets beat up thing, I thought it was good. I thought it was great TV. Next thing you know, now we're gonna get Triple H getting beat up on Raw because you know how WWE will somehow try to emulate that. Like one of the general managers gets crippled or something like that, like Adam Pearce or maybe Ava Raine. Hopefully not Ava, but maybe Nick Aldis. Well, already has a bad arm as it is, so. But if you want to do if WWE did something like that, I would probably do the HBK because really I doubt Hunter would even want to do anything like that because of his pacemaker and his heart and everything. I don't think he'll ever take a bump again. But if you want to do like a authority figure, then do the HBK or Ava Raine or maybe one of the GMs. But what would be funny? If somebody's like, Nick Khan, get out of here! And then they just bury Nick Khan. So then the entire Khan family will be all fucked up, Nick Khan will get fucked up, Tony Khan will get fucked up, and then you just got Shad Khan like, what are we doing here now? We're gonna go to the convenience store and we're gonna get the squishy. No, kidding. But we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. It's my TV's going to make those lights if you see the background, but it is what it is. So leave me your thoughts and opinions down below about the whole Tony Khan incident, and as well as your thoughts about Dynamite. I thought Dynamite was okay. I gave it 6.5 out of, what did I give Dynamite? I forgot what I gave Dynamite. I think I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. On Twitter, I gave it, 6.5 out of 10. On Easter's, Watch Along, I gave it, 6.5 or 7.5. I forget what it was. But I'm going to go with my original rating, 6.5 out of 10 stars for the show. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright guys, it's late. I'm tired as you know what. And I'm off. Well, I'm off tomorrow because I got a doctor appointment tomorrow that I got to get to. And then the rest of the day I'm free. So, tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be doing Ring of Honor and TNA on the Killer Demons channel. And then, hopefully, if I don't fall asleep, like I've been doing the last couple nights, I'm surprised I'm even up now. I have some energy, or as Rosa would say, NG. You got NG, Peter? Oh, yeah, I do. Want to go a couple rounds? Not that I'm going to do it now, because I'm dead fucking tired now. It's like, I don't even think I have one round in me right now. I have to gut myself to, not gut myself, you know, I have to somehow get in the mood, and, you know, if I have enough energy, you know, I can go about a round or two. But, you know, when I'm tired, I'm in, you know, I got my back pain, I'm in, like, a lot of arthritis and shit. I'm a mess. I'm a mess as it is. I've been a mess for years. But, it's the way it is, you know, 40, you're getting close to 50, your bones start, you know. I'm trying to not drink so much soda, I'm drinking water on and off. Painkillers on and off, because I'm in a lot of pain. Good thing I don't have I have a job, but I don't have like I'm not working in retail, I'm working behind a desk or something like that. You know, I'm just on my feet a lot, you know. 5, 6, 7 hours a day, so it's just, you know, from home. So, depending on the day, of course. But it is what it is. But, yeah. Constant pain. I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. I have to go to physical therapy after that for my back. I'm still working on my back. My back is just shattered because I went for an X-ray, and now I went for an MRI. I'm waiting on my MRI results. It's been about a week. I'm like, what the hell are my results? I seen the pictures. Didn't look great. So my X-ray results showed I have a curved spine. You know, I think it's genetic because my aunt has it, and I think a couple of other members of my extended family have it too, and I have a little bit of levoscoliosis, not scoliosis, but levoscoliosis, which is a curved spine, which could lead to scoliosis. So I'm trying to work out the kinks and get some therapy, do some yoga, DDP yoga and everything. To kind of get myself in shape and get my back in order. I still think it's my bed, but it might be my bed. I don't think it's my mattress. I think it might be the box spring or the frame itself. Because I've been a mess pretty much since around Thanksgiving time. So about 6 months I've been in and out. I mean, there's days where I have not a lot of pain. I'm not in severe pain. But now, like right now, I'm in some pain. Not a lot of pain, but you know, probably gonna might take a painkiller, or might just try to sleep it off. And then if I wake up tomorrow in tremendous pain, I'm gonna take my painkiller. So I'm not gonna be on painkillers. You know, I'm not gonna like go overdose on painkillers, or you know, be like these wrestlers who just like inject all their painkillers and they just all fucked up after a while. Like Kurt Angle was addicted to painkillers because of his neck and so many problems he had back in the day. So, you know, just gotta get my body in order, and you know, just gotta work through it. It's tough, you know. Sometimes I walk home from where I go for therapy is not that far away from me. It's like 30 minutes away, in walking distance. So sometimes you know, I walk home from my physical therapy off with my physical therapist, and I walk home, you know, because I need need the exercise. Walking's good for you, you know. And from what Rose is telling me, he's like, you need to walk more. You need to do some more exercises. So I've been walking more in the park. I've been doing that because now the weather is on and off. It's hot. It's cold. Not on the cold days. I usually don't walk a little bit. I might try a little bit, but yeah, I take a 30-minute walk home. By the time I'm like 3 blocks away from my house, I'm like dead tired, and I'm lucky to even get in the house. I get in the house and I just like. I get in, take my coat off or my hoodie off, and I just like die on the couch. I just like plop on the couch. I'm dead. I'm trying to, if I can make it to the kitchen, I can go in the kitchen, have some drink some tonic water because it has quinine in it, which kind of loosens up the bones and the muscles and everything. So I have a little drink of that. Then I take the painkiller. Then I go lay down, and then I wait a little while, and then eventually, the pain starts subsiding a little bit, and then I'm okay for the rest of the night. But then it comes back like near the end of the night, and I have to take another one. I don't want to take at most 2 painkillers a day or a night, So I try to sleep it off. I try to stretch out even a little bit more. Do my exercises like I usually do. But, it is what it is, and, we're just being Old Man Gilmore. Or Old Man Joseph now, but, I'm just old, motherfuckers. I'm old. 47, I'm 47 and a half, almost. I know people are like, why you calling it a half shit? Yeah. I'm 18 and a half, But it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. So anyway, yeah, so I will be back tomorrow with my Ring of Honor and TNA reviews from tonight. And then we're gonna talk about the draft tomorrow night. I was gonna do a extra video with who I think should be drafted for NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Probably not gonna do it. I'm just gonna not really do it. I'm just gonna wait. Let SmackDown and Raw finish on tomorrow and on this Monday night. Yeah. So we'll see who gets drafted to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT tomorrow, and then on Monday night Raw, 6 rounds is gonna be insane. Probably not much wrestling, but in between we got 6 rounds of picks, and then pretty much all next week we're probably gonna have a supplemental draft for the people that didn't get drafted. There might be some trades. I don't know. So stay tuned to Ringside News and all your favorite people that you watch here on YouTube, and for all the information and all the good shit. And I'll try my best next week after Raw to see what happens with the supplemental draft. And besides my reviews, next Friday afternoon I will be doing my Backlash predictions, because I'm not going to do them Saturday morning because the pay-per-view is at 1 o'clock next Saturday. I will be doing a review after the show. So Backlash will be Saturday afternoon, probably a couple hours before Collision goes on, and maybe Rampage, depending on that weekend. So we'll have that. So, episode number 27 of the Shadow Slayer will be next weekend with your Backlash predictions, and then Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, we'll do Backlash review, and then we'll talk about Collision and Rampage probably late Saturday night or maybe on Cinco de Mayo in the afternoon before me and the missus, me and the missus go out to the bar. But we'll see what happens with that. Which, you know what it is. I mean, it's the Mexican holiday. She's Mexican. But, so, gonna be a good time on Cinco de Mayo, where basically everybody gets drunk. And then you know what happens at night? You get all the good old drunk sex. Because as we all know, drunk sex is the best sex. Oh, absolutely. Just remember, guys, wrap up that burrito. You don't have a little guy, a little girl running around in 9 months. So make sure you wrap up that burrito before you have the sour cream going inside the taco, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. But next weekend, have fun, get drunk, get laid, and do whatever. Hey, I know that line. Aaron Griff's gonna kick my ass now. No, it is what it is. Big ups to Aaron Griff. I haven't talked about that guy in a while, but NoDQ.com. And that's it. Alright, so we got all that. And, also, I did briefly mention June 1st, Gemini 888 did a video about June 1st is going to be like a 15-year anniversary of the YWC. Like, everybody's going to be doing, like, videos that day, wrestling videos. Like, people from the past. Like, Gemini's going to be doing some stuff. Maybe Stevie Breach and random people. Salt and Battery, you know, all these people from the past, from the WC past. Maybe they get WJ out of his coffin, but gonna come out of my coffin, you understand? You know. We'll see what happens with that. He does a video, great. Would that be at the start of a comeback again? I mean, it'd be okay. I wouldn't really care so much for another WJ comeback, but you know, just his he had a great career, and then just went wacko a couple years ago. That 7-hour hangout would be still talked about, but he just went off on basically everybody because he was off his medication and shit. We're trying to help the guy. He goes off on me. He goes off on Jerry. He goes off on Josh White Danielson. He goes off on Trap Queen. Goes off on Riley the Smart Buster. I mean, he was just mental that whole 7 hours. But and then he went to an asylum. He just went off, man. He went to get help. He got arrested. It's like, weird shit happened after that with him. But lately, now after the whole debacle, he seems to be better. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if he, if Gemini can get get WJ to come back one final time for one final video. I don't know if WJ would even want to do it. That's up to him. I'm not begging WJ to come back. And if he comes back, great for him. Great for the so-called wrestling community. Not even a community, it's just an asylum, basically. There is no YWC, because that died off in 2015. But people still think the YWC is still a thing. It's not. There is no YWC. There's nobody good here. A select few, besides myself, besides people that still do videos. I mean, new people doing videos, like Issa and Joe Cronin and Steven and people like that still do wrestling reviews. And you got schmucks like JD, Sean's Entertainment still does videos. I mean, I don't care what he does. I mean, we went our separate ways. Sean's still doing his stuff, clickbaiting half the time, but still, that's the way he's gonna be. I mean, I don't watch his videos that much anymore. I just watch my select people that I think are credible wrestling shooters and wrestling people, like Joe, like Steven, like Issa, and like everybody else. There's a few other people besides myself that are great wrestling reviewers. That I frequent and I watch. I just think they're good people, but they're just like These other people, like JD, who's just an egomaniac, doesn't give a fuck about his fucking subscribers, all he cares about is stupid self. He even said the whole Tony Khan segment was stupid. Well, that's how he is, because JD is a fucking fake-ass fuck mark. That's what he is. He's a fucking mark for the business. He's a shill, basically. And you can tell him I said that. I don't give a shit. He can call me a nobody, but, you know, at least I treat my subscribers, when I was doing live shows, I treated all my subscribers, you know, even though some of them were fake and they came on my show to just talk shit. I didn't care because I blocked them all. I didn't care, you know. But yeah, JD's just an egomaniac. Doesn't care about anybody but himself. That's why people hate the guy. You can have like 160,000 subscribers. Big fucking whoop. You're still a schmuck. You're still a mark. And basically you got ripped apart by the entire wrestling community and pretty much the wrestlers themselves, like Alexa Bliss, Braun Strowman, Jim Cornette, you know, Corny, you know. Nobody likes, I mean, I don't understand how anybody can like Jerry D. Oh, that's his real name, Jerry. Or JD. We'll say JD. I don't know how anybody can like the guy. He thinks he's knowledgeable. He thinks he's the best ranter. He thinks he's the, you know, the tribal chief. He's not even a tribal chief. Not even a chief dumbass. But that's the way it is. That's just how I feel. I can't watch JD because JD's just boring. Boring rants half the time. He thinks he's God's gift to wrestling shooters, and he's not even close. You know, I'd rather watch Joe Cronin than JD. Sorry. If you're a JD supporter, I mean, God bless you, but eventually you're gonna hate the guy. So go over to Joe Cronin. Come over to me. So I'll tell you the truth and tell you how I really feel about the wonderful world of professional wrestling. And even if you don't like my opinion, you're gonna respect it eventually. I don't care what people think about my videos and people think of me as a person. I don't give a shit. I have an opinion, and I'm gonna say what's on my mind. If you like it, great. Stay with me and stay on my, you know, or if you're new, you know, subscribe. I don't care if you're fake. You have a fake channel or, you know, whatever. If you're a real person. But thank you for the free sub. Thank you for the free view. But, you know, like I said, if you're gonna just come on my channel and leave stupid comments, I'm just gonna block you automatically. I don't give a shit what your opinion is. You're just gonna come out and call me the P word and this and just make fun. It's like, oh, you don't get views, you don't get subs, you don't get this and that. I don't care how many views I get. I mean, if I get a lot of views, it's great. I did my job, but, I mean, if I get, like, 10,000 views on my shorts, I mean, that's great, you know. I'm not doing it for views. I mean, I didn't come on here to get a lot of views or a lot of subs or a lot of likes. It's appreciated. Comments, the same thing. It's appreciated. If I only get one comment, if I get just one comment, I don't give a shit. If I get 9 likes, 10 likes, 12 likes, 15, it's great. Appreciated. Not that I don't like my own videos. I don't view my own videos 150 times or anything like that because you have no proof of it. And even if there was, so fucking what? But it is what it is. I personally don't care about anybody on this website except for the people that I actually respect and watch. But that's it. You don't like me, don't watch. Simple as that. Block me, don't watch. But people just like to watch because they have no fucking lives. And I personally don't care about that. I don't care about videos done about me anymore. I don't give a shit. I'm just doing my own thing. If people can't respect that, then I don't care. Because I'm not going down that road anymore. I'm going down a road, a different path right now. I'm just gonna do my videos, talk about wrestling and sports and music, and that's it. I'm not doing any rants and with drama-based shit. I'm done with the drama. I said that for years, and finally now I'm putting my foot down. I'm done. I can't go back and forth with mindless zombies anymore. I can't. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching, everybody. 6.5 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. Tony Khan is dead. Well, storyline-wise, he's dead. You know, I was shocked to see Shad Khan, his dad. I didn't think we'd ever see that guy on live TV. But it's going to be a new era, per se, in TNA, starting this weekend on Collision and Rampage, and next week, we're going to see what happens with the whole Bucks Jack Perry situation that goes even further. I wouldn't be surprised if next week we see Tony Khan in the ring again with the neck brace. I wouldn't be surprised. And then he just goes berserk. His eyes like... And he doesn't blink. He's like, Jack Perry, you son of a bitch! You know? He's gonna do something. Tony Khan's gonna get revenge on the Bucks, Okada, and Jack Perry some way, somehow. Whether forming a team that's gonna go to blood and guts. People are saying Stadium Stampede. I'm like, how you can't do that? I don't know how you're gonna do that at Double or Nothing. Because unless you could do it in Vegas because I think it's gonna be at the MGM Grand Arena. So if you want to do Stadium Stampede, you can do it in Allegiant Stadium. They're not using it. There's no Raider games, not till September. So you could do Stadium Stampede and just do it at Allegiant Stadium with the Elite and Team Tony Khan. You do that. Anarchy. Maybe you could do Anarchy in the arena. So then you can have it in the arena. In the MGM Grand Arena. It can go everywhere. So, I don't know. Or Blood and Guts. You got three basic... Blood and Guts, Anarchy in the Arena, and Stadium Stampede. So, basically, 3 matches that can pit all, Tony Khan's team against the Elite and a 4-on-4 battle to the death that Tony Khan will eventually win. Thanks to probably a guy named MJF, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's in the early stages, so. But as far as the final segment goes, I liked it, and if you didn't, well, that's too bad for you. That's it. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, cry me a river, bitches. Because me, the Prophecy and the Purge, and everybody else is way better than you guys, and you fucking know it. Including you, JD, and everybody else. You're not down with that, all that. You're not down with me, and not down with all those great people. Then we all got 3 words for you, motherfuckers. Fuck you, man. That's it. Good night, everybody. We're out of time. We'll see you next time. Peace.